Today I'm going to be reviewing the NASB 2020 Reference Bible. This is from Lockman, and this is another of their Prime editions. So this one is going to be printed in Korea. We're going to have a goatskin cover. Sorry, I can't get this quite in the camera very well, but I will read it to you. We have a 9.5 size font. It's going to be line matched. We're going to have 2-column text. References are at the bottom of the pages. We're going to have a minimum set of translation footnotes, paragraph formatting, and black letter text. Some features we're going to see in just a minute as well. In the front, we're going to have a presentation page, family record pages. The back is going to include a topical index. We'll have our book introductions in the back as well, color maps, a Bible reading plan, and then 2 charts that include the miracles of Jesus and the parables of Jesus. All right, so let's pull this out here. If you've seen my other videos of the Prime editions from Lockman, this one is like the mid-size. So there was the large print ultra thin, there's the large print compact, and then this reference Bible is in between those 2 sizes. So I have, again, black goatskin cover. We have perimeter stitching. We have Holy Bible, New American Standard Bible 2020 in gold, and then NASB and the Lockman Foundation. We're also going to have raised hubs on our spine. We're going to have 2 double-sided ribbons in red and black. We're going to have red under gold art gilding. I will say this is still really high quality. I don't want to make it sound like it's not. This is a little, I don't like the cover on this one quite as much as I do the large print ultra thin. It's a little more, I think, I don't know if I'm going to use the right words here, but it's a little more stiff, maybe I'd say, whereas my other one, the large print ultra thin, is more like spongy, floppy kind of, but I mean that can also be personal preference as well. I did notice on the back of mine, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it real well on the camera here, the leather does kind of have some cracks right here. That, I believe, is maybe a slight defect. And this is also a review copy, so I'm not meaning to sound ungrateful here. I just wanted to point that out, that I do have that on my edition. That being said, I do have 2 other Lockman Prime editions that are great, and there's 0 issues with them. So I'm sure that's not something that's super common. And in my personal opinion, that would not hold me back from purchasing a Bible from Lockman. I just wanted to point that out because I do have that on the back of mine. All right, so let's jump in here. This is going to be edge-lined. Okay, we start out with a presentation page. We're going to have marriages, wife's family tree, husband's family tree, a place to record births and deaths, and a place to record occasions to remember. Next, we have a foreword. We have the Books of the Bible table of contents here. And then we're going to get right into the Old Testament. This is a 9.5 size font. We have references at the bottom of the page. The Reference Bible is the perfect in-between for the other 2 Prime editions that we've seen from Lockman so far. I do really like the text block in this one. Large print ultra thin is going to be a larger Bible. It is a little thinner, but of course it's ultra thin, but it's a little larger. And then of course the compact is going to be smaller with smaller font. I am going to put out a video in a few days here comparing those 3 editions as well. I just wanted this video to just be about the Reference Bible. You can see it's double column format. Chapter numbers are nice and bold. Verse numbers are bolded as well. This is paragraph format. This is a great Bible if you are looking for an NASB 2020 edition in a mid-size. This is a nice kind of like hand-sized Bible. definitely could carry this with you to church. The font is a decent size, especially for the size of the Bible. See our ribbons here. I've been really enjoying getting a little more familiar with the NASB 2020 translation. I've started doing like a read, not quite a complete read through just yet, but I have a guided reading journal that I'm going through, and I have that in one of my other videos. You can go back. I can actually link that too in the description, that I've been using the NASB 2020 to go through that. So that's how I'm kind of familiarizing myself with this translation. Okay, once we get into the New Testament, then you're going to see it's a black letter text. The paper is really good in these editions too. It's line matched, so you don't see ghosting. I've had people ask me about the blue tint that they have seen in some previous editions from Lockman. This is not, it's not an issue for these newer prime editions here. I've not noticed any of that. Okay, let's go ahead and jump to the back here. Okay, so after we are done with Revelation here, we're going to get the NASB topical index of the Old and New Testament. And then the next thing we're going to see are the book introductions. So these Bibles just do it a little differently. Instead of having the book introductions at the beginning of each book, they consolidate them and put them all together here in the back of the Bible. And there's a paragraph for each book. And they are listed in the order that the books are placed in the Bible. They're not alphabetical order, they're listed the way you find them in the Bible. Alright, then after that, if I can get my pages turned, we're going to have a read through the Bible in a year plan. So every day there is an Old Testament reading as well as a New Testament reading for each day of the year. And it looks like sometimes there's an Old Testament and a Psalms, a reading in the Psalms in place of the New Testament. So you're going to get Old Testament, and either you're going to read through Psalms with that day, or you're going to get a New Testament reading, which makes sense since the New Testament's obviously shorter than the Old. Okay, we're going to have a chart with the parables of Jesus, a chart with the miracles of Jesus, and then our maps. Got a couple pages of cardstock here, and then we are at the end of the Bible. So overall, this is a good edition. I like the size of it. It still has a 9.5 font size, so it's not super small font. It's a good mid-sized Bible between the two primes that we've seen from Lockman so far. And paper's good, which is what's most important in my eyes. Cover's not bad. I don't want you to think I'm complaining too much about it. Like I said, I don't think it's my copy quite lived up to my large print ultra thin that I have, because I just really like that one. I like the way it feels. But that being said, this is a really good edition to carry with you, to read through. It's between the other two sizes, and I would still recommend picking up a copy if you're looking for the NASB 2020 in this mid-size range of a Bible.